Hello. We'd like to welcome you to the University of Florida and the Civil Engineering program. Although we can't meet in person for preview orientation this summer, we hope that this PowerPoint presentation serves as a useful guide and helps you prepare for your upcoming academic advising meeting. Throughout the presentation, we will discuss important civil engineering requirements and curriculum, as well as help you prepare for your first semester schedule at UF. Please feel free to pause the presentation and take notes when preparing your schedule as needed. I'd like to start by introducing myself. My name is Sophie Spratley, and I will be your academic advisor throughout your time in the Civil Engineering program. Pictured to the right is Dr. Robert Tiki, our undergraduate coordinator and department head. Both Dr. Tiki and I provide academic advising services for all undergraduate students in the Department of Civil Engineering. Please feel free to reach out to us at the contact information listed underneath our names. For any advising inquiries this summer, please contact me rather than Dr. Tiki. The next part of the presentation will cover our curriculum sheet. You should be able to find this in the packet that was sent to you via email with this presentation. We'll talk about the different requirements for the civil engineering program, and then we will move on to your scheduling for summer and/or fall. As we go through the curriculum sheet together, I will highlight a few different courses and requirements for students that you should consider while planning your schedule for the next few semesters. As you can see, the curriculum for civil engineering is 128 credit hours. The first course that I'd like to highlight is listed here on the left side of the sheet, IDS 1161. What is the Good Life? This is a required class for all UF freshmen. If you transferred in with an AA degree from a state of Florida institution, you do not have to take this class. This is met through your AA degree. If, however, you are transferring in with the minimum 60 credits or from another institution without an AA or from out of state, you do have to take this class at some point before you graduate. This may be a class that you want to consider taking in your first semester to make sure that this requirement is complete early on. The next class that I'd like to highlight is ENC 3246, Professional Communication for Engineers. This is a required communication class for all engineering majors, regardless of your major. If you've taken communication classes at your previous institution, you do still have to take this course, as it is required for all students to take it at UF. This is a course that's usually offered fall, spring, and summer, so you can plan accordingly for your schedule. The next course I'd like to highlight is STA 3032, or Engineering Statistics. Statistics is a requirement of the Civil Engineering program. However, if you look in the left margin, you'll see that I've listed the course STA 2023, or Introduction to Statistics. If you've taken this course or an equivalent statistics course at your previous institution, we will accept this in place of our engineering statistics requirement. So you will need to evaluate whether or not you've met this requirement or if STA 3032 or STA 2023 is something that you would need to take at UF. If you do need to take this class at UF, you have the option of taking either Engineering Statistics, STA 3032, or Introduction to Statistics, STA 2023 at UF. The next requirement that I'd like to highlight is in the top right corner of the curriculum sheet, the additional basic science requirement. Our accrediting board does require us to have students take an additional basic science class that cannot be chemistry or physics related. Some of you may have met this requirement at your previous institution through a class like biology or a geology type class. If you have not met this requirement, GLY 2030C, Environmental Engineering Geology, or Extreme Weather, GEO 2242, are two pretty common classes that our students elect to take for this requirement. In our advising meeting, we can address whether or not you've met this requirement or if this is a class that you might want to consider adding to your first semester schedule. Probably the most important class that you'll take in your first semester here at UF will be Statics, EGM 2511. This course is foundational for all of the courses that you'll take following it in the Civil Engineering department. You can see to the right in the parentheses that this class requires Physics 1 as well as Calculus 3, which you will have met already at your previous institution. It's important that you do well in statics as it requires a C grade or higher to move on to the next courses in the curriculum. As I mentioned, this is a critical class because you can see in our next slide that lots of classes depend on this class to move forward in the program. As you can see here in semester 5, dynamics and mechanics of materials both require statics as a prerequisite. So it is important that you do well in statics as well as dynamics and mechanics of materials because these three classes are prerequisites for future courses in our primary and secondary tier located on the right side of the sheet. Students who come in with statics credit already will most likely start here with dynamics and mechanics of materials. All three of these classes do require a C grade or higher to move on to the following courses that require it as a prerequisite. Next, we'll take a quick look at the back side of the curriculum sheet. On page 2 of the curriculum sheet, you'll see that you have an option for 4 different advanced electives. These 4 electives can come from this list on the back side of the sheet, or you're permitted to take 3 from this list and 1 from outside of the department, which will be on our next sheet. Along with these 4 required electives, you do have to take a capstone class in your final semester, and you can see the options for this class located at the bottom of this page. Oftentimes, students select the classes for their advanced electives based on their area of interest after taking some of the primary tier courses on the front side of the curriculum sheet. As you can see here, some of the courses are offered in only the spring semester, indicated by the S in parentheses after the class title, or some are offered only in the fall semester, with a few classes being offered every semester. In future advising meetings, we will help you plan out your future semesters so that you can best align which electives you are most interested in with the semesters that fit your schedule the best. As I mentioned in the previous slide, students are able to take 1 out-of-department elective. This sheet lists the out-of-department electives that have been pre-approved by the department. This is something that you may not need to think about right now, but you are given access to this information each semester so that you can use it for future planning. Page 2 of the blue sheet lists information about our combined bachelor's and master's degree program for civil engineering. The program offers students the opportunity to take up to 9 credit hours of graduate coursework as an undergraduate student. These courses would double count once toward your bachelor's degree advanced electives, and then again if you're admitted to the master's program in civil engineering at UF. This allows students to take up to 9 credit hours off of their master's program, which generally shortens it to a year-long program, hence the name 4-1 program. This is something that we can discuss in a future advising meeting when we plan out your advanced electives a little further along in the program. Our main goal for our upcoming advising meeting is to get you scheduled for summer and/or fall classes here at UF. You can see in the advising packet, as well as on the screen here, this page is divided up for summer classes for students on the top half of the page who have not yet completed statics, and students who have completed statics, course options are listed on the bottom half of the page. You will use these options to select classes depending on how many classes you need to take this upcoming summer. For a simple summer schedule, you would start here. So if you need statics, you would take statics and perhaps one of those following classes listed there for a total of 6 minimum credits. If you've completed statics, you would take mechanics of materials as well as dynamics for a total of 5 minimum credits. If you want to take more than 5 or 6 credits, we would use the previous page to select additional courses to round out your summer schedule. Next, we'll take a look at your fall schedule. To plan your fall schedule, you would use this page if you had not yet completed statics. You'll see statics listed at the top of the chart with all of the different time possibilities that the class is offered. You'll also see a list of additional classes that should still have seats remaining that are common transfer classes for a student's first semester and should be manageable to take with statics. To see a simple fall schedule, the bottom half of the page, you can see that you would take statics and then choose 3 additional classes from the chart to have around 12 or 13 credit hours during your first semester. This next chart is for students planning their fall schedule if you have already completed statics, either this past summer or at your previous institution. You would start by taking Mechanics of Materials and Dynamics, listed in the simple schedule below. Then you would choose 2 to 3 of the following courses listed in the chart for a total of between 12 and 14 total credit hours this first fall semester. The next thing I'd like to draw your attention to in your advising packet is your Civil Engineering Transfer Requirement Acknowledgement Form. This is something that I would like you to sign and return to me via email, please. I've included it separately in the email that I sent you with the advising packet as well as this presentation. So if you could please read through the acknowledgement, sign it, and send it back to me via email, I would appreciate it. The acknowledgement lists that you acknowledge that you have completed the minimum of 60 transfer credits or that you have earned your AA, depending on your admissions letter requirements. You also have to have all critical tracking courses completed as stated in your admissions letter. Other reminders here include checking your catalog year, making sure that you are selecting the right classes to follow the academic plan that is official for your academic year. Please also check your UF email address regularly. As advisors and other UF professionals, we are only able to communicate with you via your official UF email account. Please check this email regularly and use it when you're communicating with us. If you do have to send us an email, be sure to include your UFID in the email so that we can easily look up your student record and process your request. Please also remember that if you have exam like AP or dual enrollment credit intended to meet your degree requirements, you do need to have those posted as well. So please make sure that your final transcripts from your AA degree, as well as any test or dual enrollment credit that you have, gets sent to the UF Office of Admissions as soon as possible. I'd like to talk a little bit about different student opportunities that are available in our department, in our college, and at UF. We have the American Society of Civil Engineers student chapter here at UF. They're a very involved group, and you would have the opportunity to attend general body meetings, as well as participate on design teams such as the concrete canoe team, as well as the steel bridge teams, which are very high achieving and have competed most recently in our regional and national competitions, including winning the national championship for the concrete canoe team last summer. More information about attending meetings and signing up for the American Society of Civil Engineers will be given to students at the beginning of the school year. We also have the SC Evening with Industry every fall and spring semester, which is a career fair just for civil and environmental engineering students. At least 50 companies attend this career fair, and it's a great way for you to network with different companies, see what's out there, and potentially secure an internship and/or employment upon graduation. The College of Engineering also has scholarship applications that are available every fall semester for the following year. I encourage you to look out for the email from Dr. Taylor this fall with the application for the next year's scholarships. These applications will be completed in the fall for the following year. We also have our very own study abroad advisor with study abroad programs in the College of Engineering. The programs range from short summer programs to full semester-long programs in a variety of countries and enable you to take your civil engineering courses elsewhere. We can refer you to our study abroad advisor if you are interested in taking advantage of this opportunity. And I'd like to end the presentation with just a few tips and reminders. Every semester in fall and spring, you will receive a registration hold on your UF account. You must meet with either me or Dr. Tiki to get this hold removed, as well as come up with a plan for your future semester. Please do not wait till the last minute to get this hold removed, as the longer you wait, the less classes are available. You will find information from me and Dr. Tiki sent via email each semester prior to our advising appointments for registration holds. Please look out for this information and plan accordingly. Another point that I'd like to make is regarding help or information. If ever you need help or information, please email me or Dr. Tiki at the email addresses listed at the beginning of the presentation. You're also welcome to visit us in 370 Weil Hall anytime. We encourage students to visit us frequently and not just during the one required registration appointment each semester. In addition, if you find yourself struggling in a class, please contact me or Dr. Tiki as we can help you find the best solution to this issue, whether that be tutoring, dropping the class, or speaking with the professor. It's much easier for us to help a student who indicates that they need assistance early in the semester rather than later on when there are fewer options. So please reach out to us if you need assistance with anything, or if you're looking for general information, including resources offered at UF or ways to get involved. You're welcome to visit us in Weil Hall or to send us an email. A final reminder would be to send your final transcripts to UF's Office of Admissions. This is important to send as soon as possible once your official transcripts have been awarded. Please send these to the Office of Admissions and make sure that they indicate that you've earned an AA degree if you have. Once you send these to the Office of Admissions, they will be uploaded into your UF degree audit, where you can see that these requirements have been met and that you no longer need to take certain general education classes. Any delay in sending these transcripts to the Office of Admissions may impact your registration time for a future semester, as those are awarded or assigned based on credit hours. The last piece of information that I want to provide is for students starting in the fall semester, we usually encourage you to stay around 12 credit hours. That's because most students are taking either statics or dynamics and mechanics of materials, which are critical foundational courses for the major that we'd like you to focus on. In addition, we want you to enjoy transitioning to UF. There's lots of distractions here in Gainesville. We want you to have fun as well as do well in your classes, so we would recommend that students stay around 12 credits for their first semester. Thank you for viewing the presentation and preparing for your advising meeting. I look forward to meeting you via Zoom shortly.